Alright, this video is going to be about 120 volt plugs in your house. A lot of the plugs nowadays come with these little holes in the back where you can install the wires. And from my personal experience, as I just found out, don't use those. What happens is if you put a fairly high load onto the circuit, something within a reasonable limit of the breaker, what's going to happen is it's actually going to melt these wires off and your whole circuit's going to be dead. So I bought these plugs, I put them in, I use these little quick connects in the back, and the problem is the connection point where the wire is bitten onto inside of here is very, very small. So as soon as you use any high load, it just severs the wire. And so I'll show you an example of it right here. The circuit was dead, and I found that this guy just melted right off. So never use these. Always trim your wire back a little further, make the loop, and use the screws on the side. So if you've already put them in, you just need a little flat tip. You're going to poke it in the back. And disconnect your wire. When you're making the loop on these, you need a little bit more wire bare than that. Make sure you're using the right size. This is 12 gauge. Probably want to get 7/8 of an inch on all of them. I just grab the end here, make a nice little hook for that screw. So it says on the back here where they all go. The way I remember it is gold is black, silver is white. It says right on the back though, hot, gold, neutral, white. Back all your screws off all the way. Now the direction you put this loop does matter. If you make it a little too tight, can't get it around the screw, just open it up a little bit more. You don't want bare wire way up here. You want it nice and close to that screw. And you see how I put the hook in this way? That's because when you tighten this screw, it's going to want to suck that wire in and wrap it around more. Whereas if you go the other way, if you put it this way and try and tighten it up, it's actually going to kind of try and push that wire back out, and it won't hold very securely. So you always want the hook this way. And then there's a little seat here. As long as you push that wire in that seat, it'll hold it secure, and then snug her up. You don't want any of the jacket underneath the screw. That's a good connection there. So this hook's the wrong way. turn it the other way. Make sure they're getting tight. And if you saw, you could see it pulling that wire actually into the screw more. That's exactly what you want. Go ahead and do the neutrals. See how that wire got sucked right in there nice and good? And then we'll hook our ground back in. And now we're good. Yeah, never use these quick connects on the back. It's just going to cause you problems.